Welcome to the garden. Today I want to introduce to you the latest addition to my succulent garden, and it's a little Mini Kalanchoe. And these are a tropical succulent native to Africa, places like Madagascar, and they're often gifted as little decorative plants. This one was a Valentine's Day gift, but they have a beautiful color, sometimes purple, sometimes red, and they're often associated with the Chinese New Year. But they're absolutely beautiful. It has this deep red like a poinsettia, but very pointed little flowers, and they kind of unfurl from the center. Just beautiful. There's one that's in full bloom. I brought over my poinsettia. You can see they're very similar colors, so it's a nice Christmassy kind of New Year's, Valentine's kind of thing. So once the flowers die back, I'll be cutting them down and then up-potting this so that we can hopefully get some new growth. But you can actually grow these from cuttings. So if any leaves fall off in the process, we'll see if we can propagate them. But for now, I'm just going to let the flowers bloom. They look incredible. These are said to bloom twice a year, so we'll see if they can bloom again midsummer, which would be lovely. It says to water it every 1 to 3 days, but I think that might be a little excessive. I don't think it needs quite that much. But it's been maybe a week or two even since I've watered it. So I'm going to be taking it out of the pot just to see exactly what we're working with. There is a little plastic pot that it's in, but look at how tiny that is. So up-potting this is going to be a huge benefit to the plant. But it's amazing that they don't need much space. I mean, this whole plant is growing in this tiny little pot. And I'm going to try and get right down into the soil here. I'm just going to oversaturate it and let it sit in some water for maybe 10 minutes. That way we absolutely know we're getting a really good soak. If it's too dry, the water can run through and it won't actually make it to the center of the pot where the roots emanate from. It'll just kind of hit the outer roots, and that uneven watering's pretty bad for plants. So we're just going to let it sit in this water and soak up for maybe 10 minutes. It's really tempting to up-pot this right now because the roots are very small in this little container. You can see it's very root bound, but I don't want to disturb the flowers. That's why I'm going to wait. I could definitely up-pot this now, but I want to kind of pull those roots apart, tease them apart into their new home. So I want to wait until the flowers are done, just so there's less stress on the plant. Because if it's supporting these flowers and trying to produce new roots at the same time, it'll be a little too much. And because it only flowers twice a year, I've got time to enjoy these. So I'd let this sit for about 10-15 minutes. And now I'm just going to put it back in its normal pot. I think we gave it a good soak. So I'll do the same thing again next week. I could just water it directly in here, but the water is likely to run through into this little container and then just sit at the bottom where the roots can't get at it. So I like to remove it from the container. But that's just about it. I hope you guys stay tuned. I'll have updates on when I up-pot this and how I prune it. So this is just a quick little introduction to our Kalanchoe. So I hope you guys stay tuned. We'll be transplanting this and maybe even propagating it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.